Hey y'all, welcome back to the Sky Yucca Mountain Kennel's YouTube channel. I'm Heidi and I'm the owner, and this video is going to be about the goals I've set for Bonnie, my Grand Show champion with UKC, and Annie, she's almost a show champion with UKC, for the year of 2020, and I just wanted to go through these with you. I'm going to start with Bonnie. So the first goal I have for Bonnie is, for her to have her litter this summer. A lot of you have been asking, and yes, Bonnie is having the litter this summer, and I've mentioned that in a few other videos. To earn Purina points, since they have redone this whole Purina points thing, and I've been trying to get in the Purina points game for a while with Bonnie, we are going to be doing it now because you can get points at any UKC licensed bench show, and it doesn't have to be just at Purina points events, so that is great. And usually the Purina points events were larger ones, and I had done a video on that, but it had not uploaded good twice, so I'll have to redo that video and talk with y'all about that. So my other goal for her, my next goal is to hunt her more. And really get in the woods, and that's my goal for all the dogs this year, is to really get in the woods with them. My next goal for Bonnie is to show her at bigger shows, like we haven't shown at. For example, like on the National Red Bone Days if she's not in heat, Autumn Oaks, and so on. I wanted to get her qualified for Worlds. That might be a high expectation goal that I have, because the ones that I've just said are kind of goals I think we can achieve, and then I have certain high expectation goals, so I'm going to put that down as win an RQE. She's done this before, so it's not a high expectation goal per se, but this year it's going to be because she is going to be pregnant for a good little bit. So then my next thing is the high expectation goals, like I was saying. So the high expectation goals for Bonnie is to get invited to the 2021 Invitational in Batesville, Mississippi at the Winter Classic. I would be so excited just to get invited, because that's like a big deal for me. And then obviously, like I said, win an RQE, which is not a big thing. So with Annie, if y'all had got on here on my Facebook page and saw that I had set goals for her, and I'll go over the goals that I had set for her. So the goals I had set for Annie was to make a show champion before July 3rd, which is her birthday in 2020. She will be four. But she definitely does not act 4. She's not mature at all. Win an RQE showing with her in 2020. And these were kind of like mixed high and low expectations. Compete at her first night hunt with UKC. Make her a Grand Show champion by December 2020. And try to make her a night champion before the end of 2020. And hunt in an RQE and attempt to win so we can go to zones. That is what I wanted to do with Annie. Now, since we haven't got a hunter and she's going to be pregnant, I have updated these and changed them and made them harder in some of them, and completely did away with other ones. So one of my goals that I have with Annie is to make her a show champion before April 2020. That way the puppies are worth more, and we all know this. And then I would like her to have her litter, obviously, and then hunt her in her first night hunt before December 2020. I would like her to, these are the high expectations, I would like her to make Grand Show champion before December 2020. Win an RQE show this summer for 2020. And then, like I said, another high expectation thing is to get Purina points and get her invited. Same with Bonnie. But the whole thing with that being, I don't think Annie will probably get invited, and I'm not being a pessimistic person. It's really hard to get points on a dog that's not a Grand Show champion with the way they did this now. If your dog is like, if it loses, it gets no points. If Bonnie has no competition, she gets points, and that's more realistic than her having competition and her losing. So I feel like it's going to be easier getting Bonnie up there. Some goals just for our kennel is, one, obviously, to get Clyde. And we know this, and we are really excited to get Clyde. And that being said, we are going to try to get him as soon as possible when we can. And he's born, obviously. He's not been made yet. So that's a goal for 2020. Another goal for our kennel in 2020 is possibly to get ready to move, but I don't think it's going to happen. That's more of a high expectation goal for the kennel. Another high expectation goal I have for the kennel is by the end of the year, also start building our kennels at our new property, but that's not going to happen, I don't think, just because we haven't purchased it yet, and it would have happened, but we had a little hiccup with the property that we were going to get, and are now back to our original property that we were going to get. So it's been a hot mess. With that being said, for our kennels, because I would like a good training facility and things of that nature. I have a bunch of business goals, which I will not bore you with, for 2020, but this is just some goals that I've set for my dogs in my kennel. And then obviously when Clyde comes and I get to working with him, I will set goals for him, but he has to be a certain age. So if he is conceived, if he's conceived in February, sometime this month, and then, or March, and then it takes 2 months for them to be born, and then he has to be old enough to show. So I don't think he'll be old enough, maybe by one show at least by the end of the year, but I'm just not thinking he will be. So that'll be a good little project at the end of the year, kind of / birthday present for me, because that will be around my birthday time, to get him going and get him winning. Same thing with Annie. I really want her pushed, and I would love to see her a night champion and stuff before we had the babies, but obviously she hasn't got to hunt. So I hope y'all love this video, and if you do, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you at a bunch of shows, and I will be doing a video on all the shows that we have coming up, and that will be posted next in the next little bit. Alright guys, as we always say, keep them in the woods.